Most people picture a baby in the womb as quietly sleeping, curled up, peaceful, waiting. The truth is nothing like that. Right now, inside the womb, your baby is moving, listening, tasting, dreaming, and quietly learning things about you that will shape who they are on the very first day of their life. And what science has uncovered in the last 20 years about what babies actually do before birth will change the way you look at that bump forever. For most of human history, we assumed the womb was a waiting room, a place where a baby simply grew bigger until they were ready to arrive. That idea has been quietly dismantled by decades of research, much of it led by Dr. Janet DiPietro at Johns Hopkins University. Her studies tracked fetal behavior across the second half of pregnancy and compared it to who those babies became as newborns. Her conclusion was simple and completely revolutionary. Behavior does not begin at birth. It begins months earlier, and the patterns you see in the womb actually predict the baby who arrives. So what is your baby actually doing in there right now? There are 6 things scientists have documented, and every single one of them is happening inside your body. 1. They are moving far more than you feel. The kicks you notice are just the highlights. By 9 weeks, your baby is already stretching, turning, and making tiny motions you cannot yet detect. By the 2nd trimester, they can somersault, bring their thumb to their mouth, and change positions multiple times in a single hour. Ultrasound studies have captured babies yawning, rubbing their own faces, and even practicing the crawling motion they will not use until months after birth. You feel maybe 10% of what is actually happening. Most of their daily movement is too soft, too internal, or hidden behind the placenta. That baby is busy. 2. They already know your voice. This is one of the most beautiful pieces of research in the entire field. Dr. Barbara Kisilevsky at Queen's University played a recording of a mother reading a poem to fetuses in the womb. When the babies heard their own mother's voice, their heart rate accelerated. When they heard a stranger reading the exact same poem, their heart rate slowed. 2 completely different reactions, meaning your baby already knows the difference. Your voice, filtered through your own body and heard hundreds of times every single day, becomes the most familiar sound in their entire universe before they ever see a single thing. It's why newborns turn toward their mother's voice in a crowded room within hours of being born. They have been listening for months. You are not a new voice to them. You are the only voice they have ever known. 3. They taste what you eat. Around 20 weeks, your baby's taste buds are fully developed. From that point on, whatever flavors you eat pass through your bloodstream into the amniotic fluid surrounding them, and they swallow it. One well-known study tracked mothers who ate carrots regularly during pregnancy. When their babies were introduced to carrots for the first time at 6 months, they showed a clear preference for the flavor compared to babies whose mothers had not eaten it. Your baby is building their first food memories before they have ever taken a single bite. The cuisine of your culture, the foods you naturally reach for, the flavors of your everyday life, all of it is reaching them and becoming familiar weeks before they are born. 4. They have their own sleep cycles. By the 3rd trimester, your baby spends roughly 95% of their time asleep. But it's not one long, continuous sleep. They move through distinct states: quiet sleep, active sleep with rapid eye movements, and brief awake periods where they respond to the outside world. Dr. DiPietro's research found something remarkable here. Fetuses with irregular sleep and wake patterns in the womb tend to become newborns who sleep poorly. Fetuses with highly active movement patterns tend to become more alert and sometimes more irritable infants. The rhythm your baby has right now inside your body is to a real extent the rhythm they will arrive with. Their temperament is already drafting itself before they take their first breath. 5. They feel your emotions. When you feel stressed or anxious, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. Those chemicals cross the placenta within minutes. Your baby does not understand what you are upset about, but their nervous system feels the biological echo of it. Researchers have recorded measurable changes in fetal heart rate and movement in direct response to the mother's emotional state. And the other side is equally true. When you feel calm, when you laugh, when your body relaxes into something good, your baby receives that too. This is not a reason to be anxious about being anxious. Occasional stress is completely normal and will not harm your baby. But it is worth knowing that even before birth, you and your baby are already in an emotional conversation. You are never alone in your body, and neither are they. 4. They are practicing for the moment they arrive. Those rhythmic little flutters you feel sometimes, the ones that come in steady, repeated beats, are usually hiccups. And fetal hiccups are not random. They're your baby's diaphragm rehearsing the breathing movements they will need the moment they are born. Your baby is also practicing sucking, practicing swallowing, practicing blinking. Researchers at Lancaster University in the UK found that fetuses in the 3rd trimester will turn their heads toward face-like patterns of light projected through the uterine wall. They are already showing a preference for human faces before they have ever seen one. Every tiny rehearsal happening inside your body right now is preparation for a world they have only heard muffled echoes of. Here's what all of this means when you pull it together. Your baby is not waiting to start their life. They're already living it. They have a personality forming. They have taste preferences being built. They have a voice they know and trust, yours. They have a sleep rhythm that will carry straight into those first weeks at home. And they have an emotional connection to you that has already been running for months before you ever hold them for the first time. The bond you think starts on delivery day is already months old. You have been their entire world this whole time, and they have been paying attention. If this changed the way you see your pregnancy, subscribe. Every week we explore the hidden psychology of babies and young children, the science behind who they are becoming, and how you are already shaping them. We'll see you in the next one.